Hello friends, in this video we are going to study about the linear equations in two variables, which is the first chapter from maths paper first. Before starting this chapter, just we recall in 9th standard we already learnt about which are the linear equations in two variables. So first we recall this, which are the linear equations in two variables. An equation which contains two variables and the degree of each term containing variable is 1 is called a linear equation in two variables. Here we can write some examples of linear equations in two variables. These are x plus 2y plus 4. In this example, two variables x and y are used, and the degree of each term, this is the first term, this is the second term, the degree of each term is 1. So this is the linear equation in two variables. Now this is another example, 2p minus 3q equals to 9. Here p and q are the two variables having degree 1 of each term. That's why it is also linear equation in two variables. Similarly, we can write some another examples. Here 3m minus n equals to 8, then 2a plus 3b equals to 10. Similarly, or in this way, we can write so many examples of linear equations in two variables. Now, the general form of linear equation in two variables. The general form of linear equation in two variables is ax plus by plus c equals to 0, where a, b and c belongs to real number. It means that a, b and c are the real numbers, and a is not equals to 0 and b is not equals to 0 at the same time. Now in our textbook, one activity is given. In the first video we already discussed about the question paper format of SSC Board of Maharashtra. In that paper, in question second A, we have to complete the two activities out of 3 for 2 marks each, and that's why in our textbook the activity is given. First we have to complete this activity. Now in this activity we have to identify whether the given equations are the linear equation in two variable or not. In example first, the equation given is 4m plus 3n equals to 12. Here in this equation two variables are used, m and n, and the degree of each term, degree means the highest index of the variable. Here the index of variable m is 1, index of variable n is also 1. That's why the degree of each term, this term and this term also, is 1. Therefore this is the linear equation in two variable. So here it is asked that is the equation is a linear equation in two variables. So we write yes. In example second, the equation is 3x square minus 7y equals to 13. In this equation, the index of variable x is 2. It means that degree of this term is 2. That's why it is not the linear equation in two variable. So here we write no, this equation is not the linear equation in two variable. In this example, root 2x minus 5y equals to 16. Here degree of each term containing variable is 1. So the equation is the linear equation in two variable. In example 4, the example 4 is 0x plus 6y minus 3. Here the coefficient of x is 0. It means that here a is equals to 0. In general form we already learned that for the given equation is linear equation in two variable. A is not equals to 0, but here A equals to 0. That is, if A equals to 0, then these terms become 0 and the equation remain linear equation in one variable. That's why this is not the linear equation in two variable. So we write here, no, this is not the linear equation in two variable. In example 5th, it is 0.3x plus 0y minus 36 equals to 0. Here the coefficient of y equals to 0, that is b equals to 0 by the general form, and that's why this is not the linear equation in two variable. So we write here, no, this is not the linear equation in two variable. Now in this example, 4 upon x plus 5 upon y equals to 4. Here the index of the variable x is minus 1. That is 1 upon x equals to x raised to minus 1. Similarly, the index of the variable y is minus 1. So this is not the linear equation in two variable. Also, we can simplify these equations by multiplying each term xy of the given equation, and we got the equation 4y plus 5x equals to 4xy. In this equation, in this term, there are two variables in a single term, and that's why the degree of this term is the sum of the index of the variable x and y, that is 1 plus 1 equals to 2. It means that the degree of this term is 2. That's why this is not the linear equation in two variable. So we write here, this is not the linear equation in two variables. Similarly, in example 7, there are two variables in a single term. That's why the degree of this term is 2, and therefore this is not the linear equation in two variable. Now the next point is simultaneous linear equations. When we consider the two linear equations in two variables at the same time, then they are called as simultaneous equations. For example, x plus y equals to 4, 2x minus 3y equals to 8. These are the two equations in linear equations in two variables, and here the variables of both the equations, suppose this is equation first and this is equation second, are same. That's why these are the simultaneous equations. Also we write p plus q equals to 8 and p minus q equals to 4. Here in these two equations, two variables are used which are same, p and q. Here p and q, and these are the linear equations, two variables. That's why these are also the simultaneous linear equations. Now the methods of solving simultaneous equations. Here in 9th standard, we already studied about the two methods of solving the simultaneous equations, which are elimination by equating the coefficients. Second one is the substitution method. Now in this chapter we are going to study about the graphical method also, and to solve the simultaneous equations by using Cramer's rule. Now we are going to solve some examples in practice set 1.1. In practice set 1.1, question number 1 is to complete the given activity. Here the question is to complete the following activity to solve the simultaneous equations. The equations are given: 5x plus 3y equals to 9. This is the first equation. 2x minus 3y equals to 12. This is the second equation. Here we already studied about how to solve the linear equation in two variables by elimination method in 9th standard. Then by elimination method, here we solve how to complete the activity. Here the sign of this term having variables y in these two equations are opposite, and the coefficients of each term having variable y is same. That's why by adding these two equations we can easily eliminate this variable y. Now adding equation first and second, we got here 5x plus 3y equals to 9, 2x minus 3y equals to 12. Here by adding these two equations, plus 3y and minus 3y, this get eliminated. Then 5x plus 2x equals to 7x, and 9 plus 12 equals to 21. Then x equals to 21 upon 7. Here in this step 7 into x is, now when we take the 7 to the another side, then it comes at the denominator, then x equals to 21 upon 7, and therefore x equals to 7 3s are 21. Therefore x equals to 3. Now by putting x equals to 3 in equation first, here the equation first is 5x plus 3y equals to 9. Here we put x equals to 3, that's why 5 into 3 plus 3y equals to 9, and therefore 3y equals to 9 minus 5 3s are 15. 9 minus 15, we got minus 6. Then y equals to minus 6 upon 3, and therefore y equals to 3 2s are 6, and sign is minus, and that's why the solution of this equation is x comma y is 3 comma minus 2. Now the question second is to solve the following simultaneous equation. In between this, the first example is 3a plus 5b equals 26 and a plus 5b equals to 22. Here we solve this example by both the methods, the elimination method and substitution method. In exam, we have to solve this example by any one of these methods. या दोन्ही मेथड्स पैकी कुठल्याही एका मेथडनं आपल्याला हे एक्झाममध्ये सॉल्व करायचं आहे. पण हे एक एक्झाम्पल आपण या दोन्ही मेथडने इथं सॉल्व करणार आहोत. हियर टू सॉल्व दिस इक्वेशन 3a plus 5b equals to 26, the given equations are 3a plus 5b equals to 26. This is the first equation. Then a plus 5b equals to 22. This is the second equation. Here, when you observe these equations, the coefficients of the variable b are same in both these equations, equation first and second. That's why here we need not to equate the coefficients of any of the variables. Now to eliminate this variable b, here the sign of these two terms must be opposite. That's why to eliminate these variable, we subtract one equation from another. So subtracting equation second from first, 3a plus 5b equals to 26 minus a plus 5b equals to 22. Subtraction is here, so we change the sign of each term of the second equation. Minus, this one is minus and this one is minus. Plus 5b minus 5b, this term get eliminated. Then 3a minus 1a equals to 2a, and 26 minus 22 equals to 4, and therefore a equals to 4/2 and therefore a equals to 2 2s are 4. Now putting this value in any of these two variables, here we choose the simple equation number 2. Put this value in equation second, a, where a equals to 2 plus 5b equals to 22 and therefore 5b equals to 22 minus plus 2 आहे, साइड चेंज केल्यावर हे -2 होईल. therefore 5b equals to 20 and therefore this is 5 into b आहे, b equals to 20, हे 5 into आहे, साइड चेंज केल्यावर हे डिवाइड बाय होईल and therefore b equals to 5 4s are 20 and therefore the solution of the equation is a comma b equals to 2 comma 4. Here 2 and 4 are the solution of the equation, these equations. Now we solve the same equations by substitution method. Here we write first the given equations. 3a plus 5b equals to 26. This is equation first. a plus 5b equals to 22. This is equation second. Here we choose this equation second to substitute the value of one variable in respect to another variable. Here therefore a equals to 22 minus 5b. इथं आपण या दोन्हीपैकी कुठल्याही एका इक्वेशनची निवड करू शकतो सबस्टिट्यूशन मेथडमध्ये. सबस्टिट्यूशन मेथडमध्ये आपण काय करतो तर एका व्हेरिएबलची व्हॅल्यू विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू अनदर व्हेरिएबल आपण फाइंड करतो आणि ती फाइंड केलेली व्हॅल्यू दुसऱ्या इक्वेशनमध्ये सबस्टिट्यूट करून आपण त्या व्हेरिएबलची व्हॅल्यू आपण फाइंड करतो. नाउ पुटिंग दिस व्हॅल्यू इन इक्वेशन फर्स्ट. इथं हे लक्षात ठेवा की आपण इक्वेशन सेकंडची निवड केली होती एची व्हॅल्यू फाइंड करण्यासाठी इन रिस्पेक्ट टू बी आणि त्यामुळं आपण ही व्हॅल्यू या इक्वेशन फर्स्टमध्ये पुट करत आहोत. ए इक्वल्स 22 मायनस 5b ही व्हॅल्यू आपल्याला इक्वेशन फर्स्टमध्ये पुट करायची आहे. therefore 3 into 22 minus 5b ही व्हॅल्यू आपण इथं पुट केली प्लस 5b इक्वल्स टू 26 and therefore 22 3s are 66 minus 5 3s are 15b plus 5b equals to 26. These are the like terms. Minus 15b plus 5b is minus 10b equals to 26. plus 66 आहे, साइड चेंज केल्यावर minus 66 होईल. therefore minus 10b equals to minus 40 and therefore b equals to 40/10. दोन्ही साईडला हे मायनस आहे त्यामुळे हे प्लस होऊन जाईल by multiplying each side by -1 and therefore b equals to 10 4s are 40. Then putting this value here, putting this value in तर इथं कुठल्याही इक्वेशनमध्ये ही व्हॅल्यू पुट केली तर चालते. इक्वेशन फर्स्टमध्ये पुट करा, इक्वेशन सेकंडमध्ये पुट करा. आपण यातलं कोणतं निवडतो तर जे आपल्याला सोपं इक्वेशन वाटतं, जे छोटं इक्वेशन वाटतं कॅल्क्युलेशनसाठी ते आपण इथं चूज करतो. हिअर वी चूज इक्वेशन सेकंड. हिअर b इक्वल्स टू 4. therefore a plus 5 into 4 equals to 22 and therefore a plus 20 equals to 22 and therefore a equals to 22 plus 20 आहे, साइड चेंज केल्यावर हे -20 होईल and therefore a equals to 2. Now the solution is a comma b equals to 2 comma 4. Here we solve these equations by बोथ दी मेथड्स, एलिमिनेशन मेथड अँड सबस्टिट्यूशन मेथड. म्हणजे तर कुठल्याही मेथडनं आपण हे इक्वेशन सॉल्व्ह केलं तरी आपलं आन्सर हे सेम आलं पाहिजे, सेम येतं. आता आपण इथून पुढचे जे एक्झाम्पल्स आहेत ते या दोन्हीपैकी एकाच मेथडनं आपण सॉल्व्ह करणार आहे. हिअर वी यूज द एलिमिनेशन मेथड. नाव इन एक्झाम्पल थर्ड, द इक्वेशन्स आर 2x minus 3y equals to 9. First we write these equations. 2x minus 3y equals to 9. This is equation first. Then 2x plus y equals to 13. This is equation second. Now when we observe these two equations, here the coefficients of x is same, that is 2x and 2x, and the sign of both of them is positive. तर दोन्हीचंही साईन पॉझिटिव्ह आहे. जर आपल्याला ही टर्म एलिमिनेट करायची असेल तर याचे साईन अपोजिट असले पाहिजेत, म्हणजे आपल्याला ते ॲड करून एलिमिनेट करता येईल. मग हे साईन अपोजिट होण्यासाठी हिअर वी सबट्रॅक्ट वन इक्वेशन फ्रॉम अनदर. हिअर सबट्रॅक्टिंग इक्वेशन फर्स्ट फ्रॉम सेकंड. आता इथं कोणत्याही इक्वेशनमधनं कोणतंही इक्वेशन सबट्रॅक्ट केलं तरी चालतं. मग आपण इक्वेशन फर्स्ट सेकंडमधनं का सबट्रॅक्ट करत आहोत, तर इथं त्याचं जो कॉन्स्टंट टर्म आहे, ही कॉन्स्टंट टर्म इक्वेशन सेकंडमध्ये 13 आहे. याचं साईन इक्वेशन फर्स्टमध्ये 3y या टर्मचं साईन मायनस आहे. जर इक्वेशन फर्स्ट सेकंडमधनं आपण मायनस केलं, सबट्रॅक्ट केलं, तर याचं साईन पॉझिटिव्ह होईल आणि आपल्याला हे कॅल्क्युलेशन करणं थोडंसं सोपं जाईल. दॅट्स वाय subtracting equation first from second, that is 2x plus y equals to 13 minus 2x minus 3y equals to 9. Due to subtraction here we change the sign of each term. A minus, this one is plus, this minus. A plus 2x minus 2x, eliminate y plus 3y, 1y plus 3y equals to 4y. 13 minus 9 is 4, and therefore y equals to 4. हे 4 into y आहे, साईड चेंज केल्यावर हे डिवाइड बाय होईल, therefore y equals to 1. Now putting this value in equation, any one of the equation second, that is 2x plus y, here y equals to 1, therefore 2x plus 1 equals to 13, and therefore 2x equals to 13 plus 1 आहे, साईड चेंज केल्यावर मायनस 1 होईल, therefore 2x equals to 13 minus 1, 12, and therefore x equals to 12. 2 into x आहे, हे डिवाइड बाय होईल, therefore x equals to 6, and we got the solution of the given equation. The solution of the equation is x comma y equals to 6 comma 1. Now example 6 is 1 upon 3x plus y equals 10 upon 3, and the other equation is 2x plus 1 upon 4y equals to 11 upon 4. First we write these equations. 1 upon 3x plus y equals to 10 upon 3. This is equation first. Then 2x plus 1 upon 4y equals to 11 upon 4. This is equation second. आता हे दोन इक्वेशन जे दिलेले आहेत, या इक्वेशनमध्ये पहिल्या इक्वेशनमध्ये एक्सचा कोएफिशियंट 1/3 आहे, फ्रॅक्शनमध्ये आहे. कॉन्स्टंट टर्म 10/3 आहे, हे पण फ्रॅक्शनमध्येच आहे. पण इथं दोन्हीचाही डिनॉमिनेटर सेम आहे, 3 आणि 3. म्हणजे या इक्वेशनला आपल्याला सिम्प्लिफाय करून कॅल्क्युलेशन करायला आपल्याला सोपं जाईल. टू सिम्प्लिफाय दिस इक्वेशन फर्स्ट वी मल्टिप्लाय ईच टर्म ऑफ द इक्वेशन फर्स्ट बाय 3. जर 3ने मल्टिप्लाय केला तर आपला प्रत्येक टर्मचा डिनॉमिनेटर 1 होईल. अगदी तसंच इन द सेम वे मल्टिप्लाइंग इक्वेशन सेकंड बाय 4, द डिनॉमिनेटर ऑफ ईच टर्म बिकम 1. सो मल्टिप्लाइंग equation first by 3 we get 3 into 1 upon 3 equals to 1, that is 1x, plus 3 into y, 3y, 10 upon 3 into 3, here 10 upon 3 into 3, 3 1s are 3, that's why it is equals to 10. This equation, suppose equation third. Multiplying equation second by 4, we got 4 into 2, 4 2s are 8x, 4 into 1 upon 4 is 1, 1y equals to 11. This is equation 4. In this way we got equation third and fourth from equation first and second. Here only we simplify equation 3 and 4. The value of equation first and third is same, बिकॉज आता इथं आपण इक्वेशन फर्स्ट आणि थर्ड सेमच आहे, फक्त आपण याचं स्वरूप चेंज केलं आहे. कशासाठी चेंज केलं आहे तर आपल्याला हे कॅल्क्युलेशन सोपं जावं म्हणून. कसं चेंज केलेलं आहे तर बाय मल्टिप्लाइंग सेम नंबर ऑफ ईच टर्म ऑफ द इक्वेशन फर्स्ट. नाव here we solve equation third and fourth. Here the coefficient of x in equation third is 1. Coefficient of variable x in equation 4 is 8. To multiply the coefficient of x, we have to multiply equation third by 8. When we consider the variable y, here the coefficient of y in equation third is 3. And the coefficient of y in equation 4 is 1. It means that only by multiplying equation 4 by 3 we can equate the coefficient of y. मग इथं आपल्याला दोन्ही व्हेरिएबल पैकी फाय या व्हेरिएबलचे कोएफिशिएंट इक्वेट करणं सोपं आहे. दॅट्स वाय हिअर वी मल्टिप्लाय